Tonight I'm gonna show what you've been missing. I'm sorry I don't pay you no attention. Tonight I'ma show you off, off, off. Tonight I'ma show you off, off, off. Tonight I'm gonna show what you've been missing. I'm sorry I don't pay you no attention. Tonight I'ma show you off, off, off. Tonight I'ma show you off, off, off. Okay, now hop up in that Rover and pretend like I'm a chauffeur. Windows down, that's that music locker when we rollin'. Flying out on private, take that jet down to the islands. And might show you off in the Lambos out on Collins. I'll be
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's me, Aaron, with Evolution Daily. And this is going to be part 2 of a series that I'm doing called Basic Social Circle Basics. And what's been happening, essentially, is that my roommates and I, they're all my wings, where you all met each other through pickup, and we ended up getting a giant party mansion on a giant college campus, literally for the sole purpose of being able to throw a bunch of parties and to build a social circle in that way. And so what I decided to start doing is basically kind of just putting out videos documenting what it is that we're doing. And at every single party, at least one of us, but like most of the time it's been multiple of us, have pulled at these parties. And I honestly just it's not a substitute for cold approach, okay? It's not that you shouldn't be hitting the field. It's not that you shouldn't be going out and getting better at cold approach, because you absolutely should. This is not a substitute. This is a supplement. So the way that we've been getting girls to come to these parties is by doing cold approach. But instead of trying to get the girls that we meet in cold approach to meet up for the date or to come over right away, we get them to come to the parties. And they're so much more likely to come to the party because they can bring friends. We tell them, you can bring girls, you can bring guys, we don't even care. And most people know, just like most people are socially aware enough to know not to bring 20 fucking guys to the party. So you might be listening to this and thinking oh, but if you tell them that, they're gonna bring a ton of guys. They just know. They know not to bring guys to the party. So what'll happen is, maybe they will bring a guy or two or something like that, but then they bring their girlfriends. And the thing is the reason why they're so much more likely to come to the parties than to actually just meet up for the date or to come over, which obviously it's not like that's never gonna happen, but we've been getting a lot of girls that are down as fuck to come to these parties because they know that they can bring people with them. They're gonna be comfortable. Dates can sometimes be I'm sure you guys have been on some pretty uncomfortable dates before where you're not really vibing and you're having really bad conversation. You never really end up getting into that basic social comfort, and people are afraid of that. And hopefully that's happening to you less and less as you get better at pickup and your conversation skills and things of that nature. But it does happen, and girls don't want to go into a situation where it's going to be socially awkward or weird. So a lot of the times, unless a girl is really down to fuck or really looking for a relationship, she's not really going to meet up. So what we've been doing is just siphoning girls that we meet out into the field into these parties. We post the promos on our Snapchat. Hey, party this Saturday. We post the promos. We text the girls, hit them up, just remind them about it, and we get them to come over. And so for Social Circle Basics Part 2, which definitely go back and watch the first part, I will link to that in the description below so you can watch that. But what I really want to cover here is patience. So yes, you're throwing the party so that way you can get laid 150%, and ideally you're going to be able to pull at every party. But just like in cold approach pickup, in the way that you don't want to give off that needy vibe or that sense that she's your world and that she's getting all of your focus and that you're now only out to just really get with her, the same exact thing goes for the parties, okay? So I brought this up in Social Circle Basics Part 1, the idea of being the sun, okay? And this is that you want to be giving warmth to everybody. You want to be going around talking to all the guys at the party, all all the girls at the party. And now, of course, once you sort of isolate your targets, maybe some girls that you get some indicators of interest from, or a girl that you're particularly attracted to physically, then of course you want to give her a little more of that sexual attention, a little more of that vibe, getting in a little closer, maybe, trying to qualify her a little more, and really being a little more sexually playful with that one. But then as soon as you're done doing that, move around. Don't get to a position where you've now isolated this girl downstairs at the party and you're talking to her for, 30 to 45 minutes, unless there really is like this insanely positive vibe and she seems super into it. But ideally, again, you want to like keep that needy nature out of the picture, and you want to just be giving that warmth to everybody at the party. And then what'll happen is in due time, you just get that sense. You'll be able to tell the way that she's looking at you, if she actually comes up and tries to get your attention from other people. I've had that happen at these parties where I will have been giving that sexual vibe to some girl, that sexual playfulness, and then I'll just move along like I'm talking about here, going around talking to everybody else, and then what'll happen is she'll actually end up puppy dogging me. By having these parties, and especially by being the host. Now, you don't have to be the host to have a high value at the party. I mean, ideally, you're gonna wanna be doing this with your wings, and ideally you wanna have everybody at the same level. And honestly, like, we've even provided like pole locations for our wings. I mean, I've like let a couple of my wings like take a girl up to my room. I don't care. I'm being a good guy. I'm being a good wing by doing this. And so you should definitely be focused on that as well, ensuring that you guys are a team here. One of the questions that I got on in the comment section of the last video was, is it at a point where it's just 4 dudes and then a ton of girls? And it hasn't really gotten to that point, and you don't really want it to be, because then it's going to sort of throw off the balance, the masculine and the feminine balance of the party, and they're kind of going to get an idea of like, okay, why is this just a ton of girls and a few guys? And it's not going to seem natural. So anything that you can do to make the party seem more natural. So, I mean, me personally, we've just been inviting a bunch of our wings and a bunch of our friends, and it's primarily guys that we know, but like I said, I mean, sometimes they are bringing through, some of the girls are bringing through some guys, and we've even invited some guys. Just don't focus on that too much. One of the things that I have told guys that are coming to the party is I say, hey, look, so if you do bring anybody else, just try to make it so that way it's a 50-50 girl to guy ratio. So I tell them, if it's going to be you and 2 of your dudes, then try to bring 3 chicks with you. Just be respectful in that way. So that's definitely a parameter and a boundary that you can lay out. But I really, really just want to make this series to get you guys to see that this can be really beneficial for you, and to understand that even if you are getting flaked a lot in cold approach, and maybe you're not super solid there, that these girls that are flaking you are going to be pretty likely to come to your party. And you're going to be able to pull them at the party, or getting back to the original point that I wanted to make here, the patience factor. Not making it your everything. Not making it so that my only goal for this night is to pull a girl. Make your goal to have fun. Just like in cold approach, in the same exact way that you don't want your ego and your confidence and all of these things to depend on whether you pull a girl or not, the same thing goes for the parties. Have fun. Don't give off that needy vibe. Don't do everything necessary and constantly be trying to pull a different girl up to your room, but rather just have a really good time, give off this warmth like what I'm talking about here, and then it will happen. And again, I talked about this in the first one, but I want to talk about it again. Going around being that social connector. People are going to assume that you're friends with everybody. None of the girls at the parties have really caught on to the fact that they've all been cold approached by us. They just assume, because you go up and you introduce, oh, hey, Jessica, this is Ashley. Have you guys met? Oh, no, we haven't. Oh, hey, nah. And they just start talking. And they just assume that you know everybody. And so you have this built-in higher status, this built-in high social value, being the social connector, being the guy with the house that they're partying at. They're anchoring these positive emotions and this fun that they're having to you, and you're going to be able to make things happen. So I promise you, Yes, go out, hit it hard, absolutely, but do not sleep on the social circle basics of having a party.
Tonight I'm gonna show what you've been missing. I'm sorry I don't pay you no attention. Tonight I'ma show you off, off, off. Tonight I'ma show you off, off, off. Tonight I'm gonna show what you've been missing. I'm